I think, the biochemistry. What, in general, would you say are the foods that most negatively affecting our brain?
Well, yeah, the downside is fairly easy to pinpoint, and it really speaks to the nutritional realities that we're faced with in North America today. The fact is that we're taking in half of our vegetable variety in the form of iceberg lettuce, which is hardly a nutritional powerhouse, processed tomatoes, and we're speaking mostly there of canned tomatoes, onions and and potatoes mostly frozen, hence French fries. And what that means is that we're really lacking in deeply colored fruits and vegetables. And although we like to toss around the word whole grains these days, we see it on cereal boxes with cartoon characters, and there's very little strict regulation in what can actually be sort of labeled whole grains inclusive. You can have a sprinkling, a smidgen of whole grains, and the logo will appear on the box. In fact, 96% of the grains that we take in North America are in the refined form. And, when I saw that statistic in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, I found it a bit hard to believe. But then, if you really think about it, what's in every, vending machine, convenience store, movie theater, schools, and cafeterias from Boston to San Diego? And it's processed flour for the most part. And when we strip away the whole grain to create processed flour, we're stripping away very important brain-related vitamins and minerals, which we can certainly chat on. And those are the biggest concerns. The third really pillar of this whole thing is the lack of omega-3 fatty acids. Our dietary fats, we've got a few. We've got saturated fats. We've got polyunsaturates, which we take a lot of soybean and sunflower oils. Too much of those oils can promote inflammation. And on the other hand, we're not taking enough omega-3, which you find in fish and seafood and flaxseed and walnuts. Canola oil has a significant amount of omega-3, and even some in the deep green leafies that we're not taking in certain berries. So,
and how does sugar affect the brain?
Well, sugar is a big player as well. And what runs hand in hand with stripping away the fibrous component of whole grains, typically you find that carbohydrate-based foods, and certainly in beverages, which are almost exclusively sugar-based, things like soda and so forth, and other cold drinks, these so-called sports drinks and what have you, energy drinks, they're laden with sugars. And sugars are really like fool's gold for the brain. There's an immediate sort of high. The brain may be functioning temporarily in high gear, but there is a crash afterwards that we suffer from when the blood sugar completely drops down lower. The brain